Hello guys, welcome back to another little GL podcast. Sad news, this is the last podcast we're doing for a little bit. Let me just turn the volume down on my Sonic music playing in the background. Um, yeah, very sad. I, the reason why it's the last podcast for a while is because, well, a few reasons. Well, one reason I just found out I don't even have enough space to do more podcasts on the channel, so that's the reason. Another reason is gonna fix that problem, and that is the fact that I'm getting a new laptop soon. So, yeah, I'm thinking of getting a Lavono one. I think it's gonna be faster, and the podcast will be a little bit better on it, hopefully. But yeah, it's the last podcast today, so very sad. But what are we gonna do in the last podcast then? What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Well, I'm gonna talk, and I'm gonna talk. I'm pretty sure that's what we've been doing for all of these podcasts. But when I'm gonna show you what we're gonna do. I'll see how many. Let me know in the comments if you remember this. What you're about to see. If what you're about to see, you remember. If you remember it. Right, let me just do something very quickly. So, you can now see the real reasons games die. This is this is the first podcast I've ever done on the channel, and well, first off, look at that background. Look at the background of the Little G Wow podcast. I've literally just noticed, like a second ago, when I started talking about when I just clicked on this. When I made this, I didn't put. I made this in Microsoft Paint, so, well, it's Paint 3D, but yeah, Microsoft Paint. It doesn't even say that I literally spelt the name of the channel wrong. It says the Little G World Podcast. The Little G World Podcast. Little G World Podcast. It's not Little G World Podcast. It's not got like the thing in the middle of the little and a G. Anyway, I don't know what I'm talking about so much. But basically it's spelled wrong. Oh, very good that RV pretty cool, and then made a new one for the podcast. Thank you, RV pretty cool. That was very good. I didn't even realise this was wrong until now. Got the happy face. I mean, look, you guys can see the new one in the corner, cause yeah, you can see the new one. It's still got the happy face and stuff on it. There might be a new background coming soon. Maybe a brand new background coming to a Little G World podcast very soon. When it restarts, it's gonna be called the Little G World Podcast 2.0. I'm telling you guys that. And then you'll see soon what changes there's gonna be to the podcast. There was a change that was supposed to be on this podcast, but well, it literally like 2 minutes ago, or before I started the podcast, it broke. Anyway, we're gonna react to this podcast, my first podcast on the channel. See what the difference is. So, right. Well, first off, we should probably mute the Sonic mute. Actually, no. We just turn it down a little bit. Just turn it down a little bit. I don't know if you guys can still hear that. There we go. So it's still going in the background, but yeah. And now let's interact with this on OBS and play. Something a little bit different, guys. Something a little bit different. Yeah, podcast. Yeah. And I think I just said it's not really a video, even though it definitely is a video. I'm watching it on YouTube. I don't know why I said that. The first freezing games die. Die down, guys. People get bored of them. Still agree with that. Still agree. I think people do get. Oh, let me pause this just so I can talk a little bit about that. Yeah, I do still agree with that. I think people get bored of the games, but yeah. I also said this isn't really a video. I mean, sure, there's nothing going on the screen, but it's still a video, little G World. Also, one thing I don't think I've said, this wasn't uploaded onto the main channel. It was actually on the second channel. So yeah, just for anyone who wants to go watch it. Although I've put it on the main channel as in a playlist. It's called the Little G World Podcast, and you can find it there. So yeah, good stuff. Anyway, let's keep watching. I'm not gonna watch the whole thing, but we'll watch some of it. Among Us isn't dead, is it? Can we just talk about the fact that I'm using my desktop audio, which means it's coming from the laptop. You know, I use my gaming headset, as I'm sure you can hear. I do use a gaming headset for recording audio now, and it sounds a lot better than it did. So yeah, there you go. That's why the audio is different. Didn't re-update it again. Still great. I'm pretty sure Among Us did get an update though. I think it did. Minecraft got a lot of updates, but I didn't get that many. I don't think. Oh yeah, something I should probably say. Although this is it does say the Little GL podcast as the background. The first ever podcast didn't even say podcast in the title of the video. The title of the video didn't even say podcast. It just said the real reason game die. But then the second podcast I did, which I don't actually know when it was. I think it definitely was. I did wait a little bit after this podcast to do it. But yeah, the second podcast was just called The Podcast. Good name. So that podcast. So then when it came back about 2 months ago now, wasn't it? 2 months ago. When it came back, I renamed it to what it should be called, or what it was supposed to be called, the Little G Well Podcast, with the little dash between the little and the G. So yeah, there you go. That's the name change it had. And then when the podcast comes back, we're gonna call it the Little G Well Podcast 2.0, and it'll just have 2.0 on it. But you guys still need to wait around to see the new background. This podcast was actually supposed to be on something different. It's just I wanted to talk a little bit more about podcasting, and I just had this really random idea to go in and watch um to go in and watch my first podcast, and I thought, wow, that's a good idea. It's always something new to build, guys. Always something new. If you don't know what I'm doing, there's a skateboard. I don't. I've got my foot on a skateboard because I don't know why. I don't know why. It's kind of hit my chest. So don't worry about what's going on in the background. Stuff like Minecraft and Fortnite. Yeah. Alright, I think there you go. You guys have kind of seen a little bit of my. Actually, we're going to the end. We'll have a little look at what happens at the end. Always thought like going crazy. We were at the start of this one, to be honest. I didn't even mean to do that, but we'll actually react to the start of this one. Yo, what's up, guys? Yeah, so there you go. This one's basically just a normal podcast. Also, it's really weird having the podcast background in the corner and then having the podcast background across the whole screen. So yeah, there you go. That was fun, wasn't it? Looking at some of the podcasts that we've done. But anyway, I should probably talk a little bit about what I want to do when the podcast comes back in the podcast 2.0. Well, first off, all of the podcasts that aren't already in in a it's still going in the background. This podcast is still going. It's still going. I'm still talking. Hold up. I'm still talking twice. But yeah, when it comes back, I want to have like more people in the podcast. Like, you know how we did the podcast with Harvey Prequel. Want to do that with other people as well. And then Harvey Prequel, we'll probably do another podcast together in the podcast 2.0. When it comes back, it'll be fun, wouldn't it? So yeah, lots of stuff happening on the podcast. And yeah, I know someone said, I know someone, my friend said to me, use Discord, so we will be using Discord if he's watching this for the next ones. We're gonna be using Discord, don't worry. So yeah, there you go. So yeah, but other stuff. Well, when I get my new laptop, I think a lot. I don't remember what we did when I last did a setup tour because I think it was still when I think it was when I just got the blue gaming chair. I think it was when I just got the blue gaming chair. I was still on the old like the gaming setup desk thing. My gaming setup's changed quite a bit, as well as where I actually play the games. I wouldn't even call it a gaming setup anymore. I mean, it does have an Xbox, doesn't it? So I'll still call it a gaming setup. But yeah, it's just very different. So when you see the setup tour, get ready for a very different setup to what you've seen before. I think I've also had I've also got like a new bed and stuff like that since the last time I made a setup tour. So I expect once I've got my new laptop and I've got it all set up and stuff, there'll be a new setup tour coming soon. But yeah, obviously when I get my new laptop, videos are gonna probably stop for a few days. I mean, already they're stopping, but like, for a few days there'll be nothing. Or I think it'll be about 2 weeks. Just so I can get the laptop all set up, ready to go. You might even see a little test video on the day I get the laptop, get OBS set up, just to test its working and stuff like that. So yeah, thank you for watching this podcast. Hope it was a good podcast. It's gone to 15 minutes. Oh, that is really good because that is exactly how long I wanted this podcast to be. But yeah, thank you for all the support on the podcast, to be honest. And yeah, get ready for it to come back soon. So yeah, am I gonna get this for first try on the last podcast? Thank you for watching. Remember to comment, like, and subscribe. I didn't get it. And bye bye.